One of the most interesting races for the 26th midterm election is what happens in California after, what is it, like 6 or 7 horrible years of Gavin Newsom, that there's all these candidates lining up to replace him. And two of the Republicans, the Trump endorsed Steve Hilton, who's British, seemed to have solutions and did well in a debate that they just had. And the other was Chad Bianco, who is in law enforcement. He's a sheriff, and he seemed to have some solutions to some of, a massive state, almost really a country, a nation state of California, nearly 40 million people. I mean, it's really interesting I always follow California news. I do think it's really interesting to see what happens in a state so large and massive, but really like a nation state. And Steve Hilton and Bianco addressed affordability, taxes, homelessness, crime, what to do with all these homeless people, which is really part of the landscape of California. Everyone talks about there's homeless people everywhere. San Francisco and LA there's literally thousands of them, and they're on the beaches, they're in tents, it's so disgusting, and they're urinating, even a urine smell. I mean, it makes you feel like not wanting to go to the paradise that California used to be. And outside of Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco, none of the other candidates stand out. And the Democrat Party in California was totally embarrassed by what I call Eric Swalwell, and I call him Eric Fartwell, who resigned. Not only did he resign as a candidate for governor of California, but he resigned in disgrace from Congress too. So, I mean, these allegations, and what were there, like 6 or 7 females that came out with these allegations, and he's trying to fight them, and he embarrassed the entire Democrat Party. And the Democrats are looking for someone that they can embrace now that they don't really have anyone that great. And they're looking at Xavier Becerra, I think, who is Hispanic, and they're hoping that he will be their standout candidate. And I don't know if he is. They don't really have anyone so great. Katie Porter, who I don't think they're that excited about her either. I don't think they have much of anybody on the Democrat side to replace Newsom. Kamala didn't run. She didn't run for governor of California because she's more interested in the White House for 28, they're saying. And but Eric Fartwell was such a disaster for the entire Democrat Party and an embarrassment. And it sounds like it's kind of hard for him to fight the allegations when there's so many of them, and most people think that he's guilty as sin. I don't think there's anybody, even though they're just allegations. I think most, even Pelosi, distanced herself from him. So I don't think anyone's defending him, saying, well, they're just allegations, because he looks so guilty, and it's so disgusting that he would be such an embarrassment to his party, the stinking Democrat Party. And you should see my impression of Eric Fartwell. I mean, this is my impression of him. He looks like this. Hi, I'm Eric Fartwell. Hi, I'm Eric Fartwell. He looks like an imbecile, like a bastard.